Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am featuring one of my friend's battle who is using Primeape as a safe switch in his team. So his team consists of Drifloon, Unova Stunfisk and the Primeape. So let's see how this team performs. So do watch the video till end, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. So first opponent is running Jumpluff. So it's a good lead for us. We can debuff them with the Ice Event. So going for it, and this is going to do double super effective damage because of flying and grass typing. Let's see. And they decide to shield this move because it's threatening. And here they come with a Dunsparce, and we have a hard answer which is Primeape. We can take one move and just generate back to back close combat, and that's the plan of my friend. So he's going to throw Drill Run. It is going to do a lot of damage, but still we are just one karate chop away from the second close combat. So this close combat is going to one shot if they don't shield and they decide to let it go. So I think we can land a Rage Fist on Jumpluff. So we're going to go for it. So this Rage Fist is going to boost up the attack. At the same time, next Rage Fist is going to do a lot of damage. So we were able to reach that, which is very good for us. And we are left with 1 HP, I believe. So one Fairy Wind should be enough to knock out the Primeape, and this is fine. We can avoid Jumpluff against our Unova Stunfisk. So we are going to just farm them down. Just to be safe, we are shielding in case it's a acrobatics. So we shielded and it was a aerial ace. So this could be another aerial ace. We are fine. We are not going to shield this move. And they go for it. So we can farm them down. But here comes the Annihilate. So there is no win con left for the opponent. We can easily go for Ice Event. And then we can dip into our Unova Stunfisk and do some damage with the mud bombs. So we are going to go for mud bomb or discharge, both will work. Shadow Annihilate is very glassy, so he's going to throw a move, and this is Ice Punch, a super effective damage. So going for the mud bomb, this is going to put them very low. Later we can just farm them down, and I think he's going to reach a move. And we didn't throw here, we get greedy, we over farm, we try to farm them down with the fast move. Now we have to take this move. This is Ice Punch knocking us out. So here comes the Drifloon. All we have to do is shield this move, even if it is aerial ace, and we can survive it, but still we are not going to risk it. And we are going to farm down the Annihilate as well, and opponent decide to top left. So good game, we won the first match. Let's move towards the next opponent, and it's a Drifloon versus Salazzle. Opponent is running some spice here, so we are going to stay here. And Astonish are doing a lot of damage. We can take one poison jab, it's not very effective. So let's see what our friend decide, and they don't shield here, but the poison jab lowers the defense. We are going to debuff their attack with the icy wind. If they shield, I think they can just farm us down because incinerate are doing a lot of damage. And now they decide to throw here. This could be another poison jab which is going to knock us out. So we are fine, we are going to take the shield advantage, and we were able to take one more astonish damage. And now we are going to come with Stunfisk and just farm them down. Let's see what they are going to come, and they come with Whiscash. So we store a move and then dip into our Primeape, and there is a hard answer which is Azumarill. This is fine as we have 2 shield advantage and Rage Fist is going to continuously boost us. So we can win this. All we have to do is manage energy properly. So this was a CMP tie. This will be doing more than previous one. Let's see if they decide to shield here, and they are not shielding. So this could be an ice beam, but still we are going to shield this move, not going to risk it. And they're going to shield the ice beam, and we are going to generate another rage fist, over farming a lot and then going for it. So this rage fist is going to grab the shield or may get Azu very low, and they decide to shield. And here we should snipe, and actually here my friend told me that he accidentally clicked on mud bomb instead of discharge. So sometime it happens, and now he has to face the Whiscash. The Mud Bomb are going to be super effective on the stun phase, but not on the Whiscash. It will neutral damage. That is fine. We'll try to close out the game with our Primeape. Let's see if it happens. So they're going to throw a move. This could be a Scald or Mud Bomb. But surprise, they throw one shot Blizzard. So now I think one close combat, and actually my friend goes for that plan. He goes for the close combat to knock out the Whiscash, and I think Azu in a range where Rage Fist is going to be enough, and with 1 HP Primeape is going to throw the Rage Fist and it is going to secure the win. So good game, even though at the end it was a bad for us, but still with one shield flex we were able to flip the match. So let's move towards the next opponent. And the next opponent has Primeape in the lead, a very good lead for us. So we are going to stay here and we are going to take the first Rage Fist and might shield the second one. Let's see if our friend decide the same. So going for the Rage Fist and we are going to go for Icy Wind. This is going to grab the shield or it will get them very low. So let's see if opponent invests the shield, and yes they do. And I think this was the range where Icy Wind could have been enough, so that's why they shielded the move. So here my friend decided to no shield and it knocks out. Now as we have shield advantage, we are going to come with our own Primeape, and I think we can just farm them down. He's not going to reach another Rage Fist. All we have to do is shield this Rage Fist and just karate chop them down. And we did that. So let's see what he's going to come with. He comes with Jumpluff. This looks very bad for us. So let's see if two shielded Primeape can do the win. And we are going to go for the Rage Fist and continuously ramp up our attack. So going for the second Rage Fist, let's see what he decide to do here. So going for second one, still they are not shielding. We have to get the shield, otherwise we are in trouble. And this was a CMP tie, I believe. So going for the next one, this will get them very low if they don't shield and they decide to let it go. This gets them very low, and let's see if they decide to shield, and we decide to shield here because we are very much boosted. And this was a airy lace, and now they dip into Fraligator. I think we can reach one more Rage Fist. This is going to do lot of damage as it is lot of boosted. So let's see what they are going to do. And they shield here, so we grab the final shield, and all it depends on the Stunfisk. So we have to land a discharge, and they are not going to reach back to back Hydro Cannon before we reach the discharge here. So we are going to knock them out with the discharge. This is going to be enough, and let's hope that we can just farm them down with the Unova Stunfisk. They are left with few HP, and let's see if it is happening. And yes, we were able to Thunder Shock down the grass typing. So good game. Let's move towards the next opponent, and let's see what the next opponent has. And next opponent is leading with Ferrothorn. So we have to be very careful for the Thunder, and we should shield it correctly. And if they bait us with the Power Whip, that will be very bad. This is enough energy for the Thunder, so I shielded it, and it was a Thunder. Very good call. So I'm going to throw back to back Icy Wind so that I can survive the next Thunder in a better way. And let's see if they are going to fall for it and shield the move. And actually they didn't shield here, and I throw the second one immediately. I didn't over farmed here. This is going to knock out if they don't shield, and I grab the shield now. I can easily win the swap. I can astonish them down after the debuff. And this Thunder, even though it was a debuff, still did a lot of damage, and we were able to farm it down. And here comes the Talonflame. We should be going for the Shadow Ball immediately, not going to bait with Icy Wind. So let's see if this lands, and it is going to do 90% of the health, and Talonflame is left with few HP where Stunfisk can just handle them with Thunder Shock. So this could be a Flame Charge or Brave Bird. We can survive, and we survive the Brave Bird. They blind through here. Here comes the Quagsire. So our win con is to land a close combat, but before that we are going to generate back to back so that we can knock out the Quagsire, one for the shield and another one for the Quagsire. They go for the Mud Bomb. So we are generating back to back. We are going to shield this move and have back to back loaded, and maybe switch timer is going to get up soon. So we have to be very careful for the catch as well. So going for this first close combat, this is going to secure the final shield, and next one is going to secure the win. But still there is a Talonflame left with few HP, I believe. And Quagsire actually survives with 1 HP, but we were able to Karate Chop down Talonflame and Thunder Shock down the Quagsire, and we are going to secure the win. So let's move towards the next opponent, and the next opponent has a dream lead for us. Gastrodon versus Drifloon. It's a dream lead. None of the charge move from the Gastrodon are going to do that much until and unless they are running Water Pulse, and now they dip into Abomasnow. I stored a Shadow Ball before dipping into Primeape. So hopefully this is not an Icy Wind, but still it was a lot of damage with a Weather Ball. So I'm going to boost up our attack with a Rage Fist so that Karate Chop can do more damage. And they might shield here, and yes, they decide to shield. So Karate Chop now will be doing lot of damage, and I can shield this move, and hopefully I can just farm them down. But they can spam out the charge move easily. So not to risk it, I'm going to throw the charge move. This will either grab the shield or it will knock out the Abomasnow, and they let it go. And let's see what they are going to come back with. And opponent is coming back with a Gastrodon. We have to settle for the Rage Fist because we cannot reach close combat. Let's see if they fall for bait. And still it did a lot of damage, and we can comfortably come with Drifloon and just farm them down. And this could be a Water Pulse, I believe, or maybe a Earth Power. Actually they go for Body Slam, so they don't have any charge move which can threaten the Drifloon. And the final Pokemon is Toxapex. So we are going to secure the win because we have a hard answer to it, which is Unova Stunfisk. It is just going to give bad time for the Toxapex, and opponent realizes that. So we are going to go for the Mud Bomb. This is going to do super effective damage, and it is going to put them very low, but they are going to give up the shields, and now they are going to top left. So good game, we won this match. So let's move towards the final match of this video, and let's see what the opponent has. Mandibuzz into Drifloon, very bad lead for us. So we are going to say switch into our Karate Chop Primeape, and I think we can survive one Aerial Ace, so we shouldn't be bothering to shield here. And yes, we did that. This Aerial Ace but still does a lot of damage. And here comes the Gastrodon. So we are going to go for the close combat to do heavy damage or grab the shield. So going for the first one, and they thought we are going to go for Rage Fist, and they didn't shield. Now this time they have to shield, otherwise we can have a alignment, and they shielded it. Now we can just farm them down with the Drifloon itself. Hopefully they are not running Water Pulse. And let's see what they are going to throw here. Maybe Earth Power, I believe. And yes, they're going for the Earth Power, not very effective damage. And if Mandibuzz return, we can throw a Icy Wind and then dip into Unova Stunfisk. So let's see if this lands. Most of the trainer don't like to shield the Mandibuzz, and they are not shielding, does a super effective damage. And here comes the fighting type Primeape. So we can win the switch, but all we have to do is double shield our Unova Stunfisk. So going for the Mud Bomb, and half of the health is gone, so we are going to go for the second one. No, actually they reach a move. This could be a Ice Punch or maybe Rage Fist. They go for the Rage Fist. Hopefully they are not running Ice Punch. So we are going to go for the second Mud Bomb. This will grab the final shield or it will knock out. And they are going to give up the final shield. Now we should start shielding here. So we are going to shield. And this is another Rage Fist. Maybe we have to again shield. With Karate Chop, Primeape is just too OP and we CMP tie them. So definitely we are going to shield this move and retain some health on our Unova Stunfisk. And this Mud Bomb is going to land on Primeape and knock them out. And all we have to do is just land one Thunder Shock on Mandibuzz. Hopefully we can do it. Stunfisk is very tanky Pokemon, so I believe we can survive this Dark Pulse with minimum HP. Let's see what happens here. And they go for the Dark Pulse. We survived. One more Thunder Shock and we reach the discharge. This discharge is going to put them very low, and we can just snipe them with a one Astonish. And they throw a move here. This is Dark Pulse. I believe we should be surviving this, and hopefully we survived. And yes, we survived with 1 HP and sniped them with Astonish. So good game. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also share with your Pogo friends. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day, bye.